Alright, what's up everyone? How y'all doing today? I hope everybody's awesome. Thank you for coming out. We're about to get this thing going here. I hope everybody is doing great today. I see we got Melon in the house. We got Winpoo. We got Ryan. William D. What's up? What's up? Alright. Let me get our wild card started. Okay. All right, our wild card is rolling. Live stream, right? There we go. Today we're going to be driving the Ring Brothers Chevelle recoil thingy dingy. I don't know why, but I just love this car. Like, this is one of my favorites. This car is awesome. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I mean, I really like this car. It's just a plain out good deal. Alright, I just need to double check one last thing really quick. And that looks pretty good. Alright. I think we're ready to rock and roll, guys and gals. We're going to go into some live racing. Stacks, what's up, my man? Good to see ya. We got Eddie. Hello, hello. What's up, Fire? Good morning, everybody. All right, let's get to that live racing lobby. Let me make your comments a little bigger so I can read them easier. There we go. Ba-bam. That should be perfect. All right, Falco, let's go race. Three, two, one, go. And my Chevelle should do it to it. I'm guessing we're in the 11-0 lobby, or really close to that today. Did I slow down too much and lose? Oh, I won. Perfect. Yeah, we're either an 11-0 or maybe possibly 11-2, but we'll see how she goes. All right. There isn't too many people in here right now. Ryan, I'm doing all right. How about yourself? Fire, I'm pretty sure I do have a video on the Pikes Peak car. I mean, if you go to YouTube and type in Danny Lightning and the name of the car, it'll probably pop up. I hope I got one. All I can tell you is right now, I need to make a how to drive video for like 50 different cars. And I haven't had time. I don't know why I feel like I'm so behind on everything right now. But the Pikes Peak car is pretty amazing. It's a really good car. Alright, where's all the people at? I still don't have the latest update yet. That might be a problem, but I'm still on the old update. If you guys have the new one, you're probably not going to find me. Winpoo says, how fast is the Bentley prize car? What prize car? Prize car for what? Hey JVR, how are you doing today? Maybe I should check to see if I can get the update. Hold on a second. I'm going to go ahead and exit the game since nobody's on. I'm going to hit the be right back screen. I'm going to check to see if I can get the new update. where is this thing here? All right, let's try this. Let me go into Google Play. Check for updates. Let's see if there's anything. Ah, I do have an update available. All right, this should fix the problem, guys. The Bentley Duality. You know, I don't have access to that car, so I can't tell you anything about it, to tell you the truth. That car is not on the content account, so I haven't got to look at it. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm updating my game, so this will take a minute. I know nothing about that car. I haven't heard a lot of good things about it, but I don't know for sure. Like, I've heard a few things, and that's the best I can tell you, unfortunately. Alright. Perfect. So it looks like the game is now downloaded. Let me go ahead and try and open the game again. It's still showing... Hold on a minute. We might have an issue still. 1 second, guys. Checking for updates. It says everything is updated. Alright, let me restart the whole thing. Maybe I need to restart this. I apologize, everybody. Let's see if this fixes the issue. According to this, I got the update, but it's not really looking like... Strange. Very strange. We'll try it. See what happens. Fire, I wish I could get a video out for every car as well, but it usually takes anywhere between like 2 and 6 hours to make a video. Depending on how much I have to play with the car and if the editing software gives me trouble, and it's not something I can just set down and bust out really quick, you know. Like your average video, it takes at least 2 hours to make. I mean, my entire work week is about 100 hours, so... I am really pressed on time in real life, so I don't always have time to sit down and do a bunch of extra stuff. I need to find some time to squeeze in some how to drive videos for some of these brand new cars that came out. I mean, I should have one for that Bentley. I should have one for that. I know for a fact I made one for that a while back. But... I hope YouTube didn't delete it or something. But like right now, I feel like I'm so behind on everything. It's horrible. What I need to do is maybe just record a bunch of the videos and then just do the editing. Like I got a video I'm working on right now. Right, Melon made a spreadsheet about best collections cars. And I got the video recorded. I have not had time to finish editing it yet. So I recorded that like a week ago. And I still haven't had time to edit it. So yeah, I'm behind. I am behind. You can find the spreadsheet in my video's description, however, if you want to view the spreadsheet. It goes over all the collections cars and which ones are good live racers and whatnot. Okay. Yeah, maybe today and tomorrow, if I have time, I'll record a few how to drive videos and get them edited when I get a chance. Those ones are usually fast on the editor, but they can take a while to do sometimes. A while to record and play around with the cars is a thing. Okay, here we go. I do know I got a video for most of the cars in the game, but there's probably a few that I've missed here or there, or there's the occasional weird deal where a video just disappears from YouTube and nobody knows why that happens, but unfortunately it does happen from time to time. Joanne, yeah, it's a Chevelle actually. This is a really cool car. I really like this car. It's one of my favorites in the game for some reason. All right. All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous. It's just such a nice, clean looking car. I think that's one of the reasons I like it so much. It's just so clean and just classy looking. I guess that makes me like it. What's up, Black Phantom? How you doing today? What's up, Ronnie? Ron G, I can't afford to pay an editor $500 per video, so I gotta edit those things myself. But, you know, let's just say the video is 15 minutes. I have to record everything, put all the clips onto the editor, and then I press play. So I got to sit through that 15 minutes of video footage and cut anything out that doesn't belong there. Once I'm done, I rewind it, hit play again, double check everything. So normally I watch through the video at least 3 times. So I mean, you're looking at least probably 30 or 40 minutes just rewatching the video, plus the time it takes to cut everything out. And then sometimes you gotta re-record parts, like if something didn't come out right, you gotta sit there and re-record that part. And then you gotta edit it in there. I don't know, it's a big old pain in the butt. I would say the average editing experience is 1 to 2 hours, depending on how long the video is and how much junk I have to cut out. It's really a big old pain. I'm probably not the world's best editor, but it takes for freaking ever. I mean, another thing is I usually have like multiple audio tracks too. Like if there's game audio, that's on one track. If there's music, that's on one track. My voice is on one track. Then I sit there and adjust all that and play with. I spend at least 30 minutes messing with the audio as well on most of the videos, not all of them. I used to spend a lot more time messing with the audio than I do now. Yeah, editing's a big old pain. But the majority of editors that I talk to claim that for every 1 minute, I don't know if this is true, but they all claim this. For every 1 minute of footage, they spend roughly 1 hour per minute I mean, that sounds crazy, but that's what a lot of them say. I don't know if they're just saying that because that sounds wonky, but I've seen hundreds of people say that. 1 minute for every minute of video footage takes them 1 hour on the editor, which is, that doesn't sound right. I mean, what could you be doing to edit 1 minute in an hour? I mean, that doesn't sound right. Fire, what do you mean by try matching lyrics? What's up, Max? Max says a lot of people are full of it. Yeah, a lot of these guys, they pretend they're professional editors and they're trying to sell you something, so I guess that's how they try to justify charging people $1 bazillion per video, saying, oh, well, I spent an hour just to do 1 minute. Eh. I don't know. I think they're crazy. They're probably just making up a bunch of crap to try and charge you more money. I don't really trust people. Whoa, what kind of car is that? What is Bubba driving? What is that? Is that the Lancer? That might be a Lancer. I'm not really sure. Max says, I would fire you. I mean, some projects, like if you're editing like a Hollywood movie, I could only imagine how long that would take. If you're editing a basic YouTube video, it shouldn't be that bad. Fire says for rap videos, when they don't rap, you have to add the track and match it to the video. What do you mean when they don't rap? You mean if they're lip singing or something? Ooh, I ran too fast there. I mean, generally if I record a song and I'm doing, generally I'll record the song and then I'll lip sync to it and then match it up. So I know how that goes. It's a pain. It's a pain in the butt. It's a big old pain. But yeah, normally if I do a song, I do each track separately. Like I'll get a drum track, then I'll lay down the guitar over it, then I'll lay the vocals over it, and then if I want to add a video myself, then I'll just kind of lip sync and match it up. It's definitely a pain. I actually think it's easier to, I hate to say it, but for me it's easier to edit like a 3-minute song than it is a, depending on how good my singing is. Like sometimes I might need to do a few takes on the singing, so. Sometimes I might spend 30 minutes or an hour just retaking the song. Nowadays my throat's so messed up I can't sing for crap anymore because it tears up my throat. Green Viper, he says, no one, new update, 20 different cars and no one in the lobbies. Fire said, I fixed the issue, I got a wireless mic. What does that fix? What issue does a wireless mic fix other than not having to trip all over the cables? It would be nice to have a wireless microphone system. It is a pain in the butt when you got cables running all over the place, man. It's a huge pain in the butt. Here, we're going to go nice and slow on this one. I don't really do too much with music anymore. I used to play in bands, and I learned some audio engineering with music first, and then eventually that stuff came in kind of handy later on down the road, but now they can rap in the mic and not the camera. Yeah, camera audio is terrible, actually. Camera audio is very bad. Even if you connect a really nice microphone to your camera, cameras have really crappy preamps in there. So you could just spend 10 grand on a microphone, hook that into your camera, and it would still sound like dog poop because the camera's got bad preamps. I don't know why they don't put good... I mean, honestly, audio is one of the most important parts. Like, if you watch a movie or anything, right? Even if it's a Hollywood movie, 50% of it is the audio, 50% is the video. And if the audio sounds bad, nobody wants to watch it. Like, if the audio sounds really nice and the video doesn't look great, people can forgive that. But if the video looks perfect and the audio is horrible to listen to, people will just leave. So getting your audios right is more important than good video quality. But they put horrible preamps in cameras. I don't understand it. I don't know why they can't put nice preamps in there. I mean, it can't be that much more to put a nice preamp in there, can it? I really don't know what a good preamplifier costs. Maybe it does cost a fortune. I don't know. Alright, what the hell is a MIDI plug? Fire says you gotta get a more professional camera with a MIDI plug. I don't know what that is. Are you talking about XLR? Or MIDI? MIDI is normally for like keyboards and stuff, right? Where you make all the crazy sounds. I don't really do much with MIDI, so I don't know much about it, but I know if you get like a MIDI keyboard, you can get all the crazy sounds and make beats and stuff, but just recording a regular microphone, do you use MIDI for that? William D says, I know why they try to cheap out. Yeah, so they can spend less money and charge you more money. That's probably why. But most people will record their audio and video separately because camera audio does suck, which is a bummer. Hey Gareth, how you doing, my friend? He says, watching the videos, massive help with the game. That's always good, man. I'm glad you're enjoying them, actually. William D says, profit. I would totally agree with that. But let's just say it cost them $20 more to make it. I'm pretty sure most people would be willing to pay an additional $20. I would. I mean, I would be more than happy to pay the company additional $20 or $30 that it cost them to put a good preamp in there. You know what I mean? I think most people would. I mean, maybe a full-blown cinema camera has good preamplifiers in there. I'm not sure. I've never owned a cinema camera before. But even a lot of cinematographers use little handheld cameras like the little Blackmagic 4K or like a Sony FX3 or something. And those, I don't think those have good preamps in there either, unfortunately. It's crazy. Alright, what's better at live racing? McLaren Solus or the Honda Indy truck? Which one's better? Well, that's a hard question to answer. I mean, they're both actually really good live racers with the right setup. Which one's actually better? Man. The Indy truck's probably harder to set up for a good live racing setup. I feel like if you know what you're doing with the Indy truck, it's probably a little bit better, but it's a lot harder to work with. It's really weird to tune and set up. They're both excellent. I don't know if one's really better than the other, honestly. Noah says they're both kind of weird to drive. I haven't driven the Solus in a while. I don't really remember it being weird, but the Indy truck's really wonky. But if you get it right, they're both awesome. They're both super awesome. Dino, you're welcome. Maxthegamer says the Solus is easier for most players. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an easier car to work with and tune and set up. I mean, most people probably want a car that's easy to drive and easy to tune over something that's really complicated. So if your average person would probably like the McLaren better, but I personally like the Indy truck better. It's more challenging and weird and unusual. Fire says the Pikes Peak car is your fastest. Yeah, that's a cool car. I don't know what it runs. I'm really not sure what it runs completely, but it's a cool car. Oh, which Pikes Peak? I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Which Pikes Peak car is the fastest? I'm going to tell you what, if you look in my videos descriptions, alright, there's 1,500 cars in this game. I can't remember everything every car does. But if you look in my videos descriptions, there's a link to the world record spreadsheet that shows you the fastest recorded time that we know of each car. You can always double check on that. Alright, the SVJs are not the greatest cars in the world. I mean, there are worse cars in the game than the SVJ, but it's definitely not one of the better, unfortunately. Right, who's doing 9.6? I don't think I'm seeing some of the comments for some reason. The thing is, there's a lot of cars in this game. There's some really amazing ones, and there's a lot that really aren't that great, to tell you the truth. The LFA is not a great car. So many people were so disappointed by that car when it came out. Everybody wanted that car so bad. Everybody was like, LFA, LFA, yeah. And then it ended up being kind of crappy, and oh man, there were I don't know why people like the LFA so much. I'm not really sure what the attraction is to that car that makes it so exciting for people, but once they found out it was crap, there was a lot of angry people about that. I mean, people were so excited. I was blown away by how excited people were over that car being added to the game, so I don't know why they like it so much. It's a cool car and all, but I don't understand what made it so popular or interesting. Oh my god, I'm gonna slow down. Good race, good race. William D says in real life, it's really badass. Alright, Fire got it from the pass. I'm pretty sure I have a video on the LFA going over how not great it is. Oh man, yeah. There's a lot of people in this lobby actually. Let's race a Supra. Nah! Let's race a Bugatti. We'll try this. Alright, here we go. Bugatti versus whatever I'm driving right now. I think it's a Geo. I think I'm driving a Geo. Alright. Ronnie says the LFA is sick in real life. I mean, they are cool cars. But there's a lot of cool cars. There's a lot of cool cars out there. I don't know, the LFA has never been really something that I like. Yeah, Geo Metro. I used to own one of those. That was a fun little car, man. It was like driving a little 3-cylinder go-kart. There was some sort of cap on the engine that was welded on there, and we broke it off and turned this little dial up. And it was getting more gas than it was supposed to, and it became a lot faster after that. That wasn't like fast, but it went from like super slow to having a little bit of something. After that, it was actually fun to drive. I mean, it was still a slow piece of crap, but it wasn't like dog crap slow like it was. Oh, man. Oh, that was a 3-cylinder, Ronnie. The Geo Metro was a 3-cylinder. It was designed to get, I don't know, what did they get, like 40 miles to the gallon or something? It was designed to get gas mileage. It wasn't designed to be fun or fast or nice. It was just designed to be really economic. And it did a great job at that. But before we modified it, oh man, just trying to get on the highway was a nightmare. Like 0 to 60 must have been like 35 minutes. It was so bad trying to get on the highway with that thing until we modified it. After the modification, it felt more like a normal car instead of like a slow turd. Oh yeah, I love 4-cylinder hatchbacks. You're right about that. You are definitely right about that. Noah says something about a 4-speed. I don't know, my Geo Metro was a stick shift. I don't remember if it had 3 gears or 4 gears or I don't know. I'm not really sure. Now when I was younger, until I started having the muscle and nerve problems, I always drove, stick shifts. After my back and nerves and muscles got bad, a couple times when my back was out, I couldn't press the clutch in without nerve pain shooting everywhere. So eventually I sold the I went to an automatic instead, which I still don't like, but after the autoimmune disease got bad, and I can't talk today. What the heck? That's not even the right car. But after my autoimmune disease got bad, and it really messed up my muscles and nerves, I switched over to drive an automatic instead of manual, which I don't like, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Fire says my other snake runs 9.2. Yeah, unfortunately the Super Snakes aren't the best cars in the game. Orlando, what's up, my man? Noah wanted a hatchback WRX. I would have been really happy with any WRX back. Like the very first production WRX, that's the one I wanted. That one was cool. I don't think that was a hatchback, but the hatchback one was pretty sweet as well. I was in love with those cars. I don't like the new WRX as much. Like it doesn't look like a rally car anymore. I don't know, it just doesn't. Like the original production WRX looked like a freaking rally car. I guess that's why I liked it so much. But the new body style just looks like a, I don't know, it just looks average. There's nothing really cool or nothing that stands out about the looks on the new WRX. I mean, they're still cool cars, but I don't know why they went from that rally body style to like whatever it is now. I mean, that was one of the things about the WRX. It was supposed to be, especially the STI version, it was supposed to be like a consumer version of a rally car, basically. Or at least, you know, something that kind of was rally-ish. That was one of the big selling points on that car. Alright, Noah says Subaru came out with a new design. It's a hatchback and looks crazy. I haven't seen that, actually. Is that a WRX? Oh wow, Ryan said a guy wants to trade him a V8 Turbo 550 BMW for his drag bike. I don't know, I mean, what do you like better, bikes or cars, I guess? Me personally, I would trade the, well, I don't know. Do you actually get out and drag race the bike and make money off of it? If not, then I would trade it. That's just me. I like motorcycles, but I think a car is much more practical. Orlando says 2006 STI is my favorite. Yeah, I don't really remember what year. I don't really remember the year of my favorite WRX, but the first generation STI. I mean, the WRX, if I remember correctly, the WRX came out, and then a couple years later, the STI version came out. But the Generation 1 STI, if I remember correctly, that was my favorite. But I do remember back in the day when those came out, the original WRX STI wasn't that expensive, I don't think. Ryan says, I used to race a lot, Carl just sell. Gotcha. Same thing with like Toyota Supras. They were very affordable. Now they're worth like billions of dollars. Yeah, it would have been like probably late 90s. It would have definitely been late 90s, Max. Yeah, like 97, 98, 99. Yeah, you're right, because back when those came out, I had a group of friends, and we all wanted one. I remember we went and test drove one. And it's kind of funny, but my buddy Joe drove it, because he was seriously thinking about buying it. I think that was the Subaru. But we went out for it. That was either a Subaru, man, was that a Subaru or a GTI? Either way, we went out and test drove a couple cars because Joe wanted to buy one. It was either the WRX or the GTI. We brought back, and then the dealership called him like 5 minutes later after we left. And I was like, hey, what'd you guys do to this car? And we were like, nothing. Why? It's like, well, it's got a flat tire. And we were like, well, it wasn't flat when we came back. So my guess is something, I'm guessing we ran over a nail or something in the parking lot, because they called him like complaining like he did something to the car, but when we pulled back in, there was no flat tire. So something happened after we got back, or who knows what, but it's just like kind of crazy. They're like yelling at us over a flat tire, and it's just like the guy even, this is the thing that doesn't make sense about that. When we pulled back in the driveway, the salesman got back in the car and went and parked it. And the tire wasn't flat when he parked it, so I bet he did it, and he was trying to blame it on us. It was kind of a strange deal, honestly. I think that was the GTI, not the Subaru, but... Hey, what's up, Power Dragon? How you doing today? He says, I got some good news. Hold on, let me run this race here. I haven't been paying attention to the racing again. I'm gonna run a nice slow one here. Alright, Power says, good news, I get to play the game and the multiplayer. Awesome. Power, yeah, the more you play this game, the more stuff you'll acquire. I mean, the first couple of months I played this game, it was really slow. Everything went really slow. But, you know, I stuck at it. I just got on there, did all the daily stuff, opened crates here and there. Eventually, I collected all kinds of nice stuff, but I would say the first 2 or 3 months I played was really slow. After about 4 to 6 months of playing, I was like, man, I got like a lot of cool stuff. After a year, I'm like, holy crap, my car collection's amazing. Alright, Green, did you update the game? Have you tried a different car? My game just updated, actually. Alright. William D says, no new snow or ice in the last couple of days. That's good, actually. We've had a lot of snow this year. I've seen more, but it's definitely a lot. Yeah, mine updated today, Noah. Like, when the stream started, I couldn't find anybody to live race. So I put the Be Right Back screen up, and I went to Google Play and updated the game. But one thing about this game is they do something called staggered updates, so not everybody gets the updates on the same day. So just because I got it today doesn't necessarily mean you'll get it today, but it can't hurt to check, you know? James, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you for the swaps. Alright, Max said he's got 6.2.1. The new one is 6.3.0. Yeah, 6.3, it's kind of weird. I'm pretty sure the content recording account is on a different update than the one I just got. So there's some weird stuff going on. Because the content recording account has that BMW on the loading screen, and this account doesn't, even after the update. The thumbnail changed, and the loading screen is different on the content account, so... maybe there's another update that I haven't got yet. I'm not really sure. Yeah, James, that was fun, my friend. Wow, that's a weird looking orange car right there. That looks nice in that color. What is that? That's a... I'm not sure. Some kind of Ferrari. I really like the colors. Anybody bothering with the Super Bowl? Is the Super Bowl today? I don't watch TV or sports. I don't watch sports ball. I don't know. That's not my thingy dingy. Watching a bunch of grown men run around the field that make $1 million to play with the ball just isn't really that interesting to me. Personally, when I was younger, I used to love playing sports, but I never really just cared to watch other people play it. Alright, Max thinks I'm probably in the 11.2 lobby, which is a very good, what's the word? Theory, observation, true fact thingy. Yeah, I probably am in 11.2. Alright, William D, what are you talking about? Not interested in Bunny either? What is Bunny? I'm guessing that his phone changed what he was saying. Alright, alright. Let me change that. Let's go ahead and race the GR86. I don't know why, but I really like this. Oh, Bad Bunny. I don't know who Bad Bunny is. I've heard the name, but I've never heard their stuff. I mean, I know it's a music person. But I'm surprised, you know, normally I would look that stuff up because I used to see that guy on TV commercials and stuff all the time, but I have no idea who Bad Bunny is. Gilbert says they need to go back to marching bands at halftime. Personally, you know, you got to think about this. How much money do they spend on the halftime show? Right? The average person, somehow the average person that watches football is spending so much money to do it. You know, how are people spending that much money that they can just spend millions on a halftime show? Think about it. The average sports fan is somehow funding that. I mean, think about if people actually took that money and tried to do something good with it. Instead, they're spending billions of dollars to pay some rap guy or some comedian or who knows what it is for a halftime show. I don't know. I just feel like people put a lot of money in irrelevant stuff. Like, I got a friend who watches sports and he gets up and he screams at the TV and he like talks to the players and stuff, and it's like if his team loses, his day is just ruined. And I'm just thinking, how does some event you just watched on TV that actually does not affect your life in any way, how is that important to you? I don't get it. I don't understand how somebody can be that into something that doesn't affect their day-to-day life in any way whatsoever. I mean, I get if you like a team, it's kind of cool if they win or whatever, but how for some people does that become like their entire life, whether or not a sports team wins or loses a game? How does that become like the most important thing in your life? I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I used to like sports when I was a kid, man. I used to love the Cleveland Browns. I used to love the Cleveland Browns, man, and I would get into it, you know, I would be into it. And if the Browns lost, yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. I'd get a little bit sad or something, but it never ruined my day. It never affected my, I don't know. I mean, I was a hardcore sports fan as a little kid. But even as a little kid, I mean, I never got into it to the point where it ruined my day. I mean, I don't know. All right, Ronnie says, Cleveland Browns. No wonder why you don't understand. Hey, man, when I was a kid, the Cleveland Browns were good. They were actually a good team. Now they're terrible. But like now, you know, my type of sports is like X Games style stuff. I love watching those guys ride their BMX bikes and skateboards and stuff like that. I mean, that stuff's awesome to me. But, you know, if my favorite bike rider doesn't win the competition, I'm just like, okay, somebody else won, cool. You know, whoever wins, awesome for that person. That's how I see it. But I don't know, maybe I'm weird. Wait, Green Viper says not 11-1 or 11-2. Ronnie G says, where is your passion, man? For what? Sports ball? I don't have a passion for sports ball. William D says, Paul Brown's teams have never been good. I don't know, man. There were several years there where they were one game away from making it to the Super Bowl. They were doing pretty good for a while. And then I think back when they first came out, like back when the Browns first were a thing, I'm pretty sure they did good back then. But I remember they didn't get to the Super Bowl a couple years in a row. They were really close, and they traded off all their good players, and they've been a crap team ever since. But no, they traded off. They got rid of all the good players. And it was just like, why would they do that? Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, I think they were mad at some of the players for not making it to the Super Bowl, and they got rid of them, which was a huge mistake. But they've been a piece of crap team ever since. What's up, Yaden? French says, hello, how much have you donated to this game? Well, technically, if you donate something, that means you would give them money and not get anything in return. So I've donated $0. Now, if you're wondering how much money I've spent on the game, I say I probably about $100 a year on this game. That's all I spend. A couple times a year, I'll buy a $20 car or something like that, but I don't spend very much. Now, you could spend thousands of dollars on this game if you wanted to. Hey, there's Max, but he's busy. Alright. William D says you can sell your number one pick to another team for millions. I don't know. A lot of people, I don't know if this is true, and I hope it's not, but a lot of people think sports is scripted, kind of like wrestling. They think they already know which teams are going to win and lose and all that. I hope that's not true. If that's true, that would truly be horrible. I mean, I get wrestling scripted, but like football games and stuff that people take super seriously, that would be really terrible if that was all scripted. I've heard a lot of people come up with that theory about that, and I'm just like, huh. I never really thought about it, but if that's true, that's unbelievably terrible. Like, as seriously as people take those sports, if it is scripted, dude, the amount of people who would lose their mind if they found out would be insane. Like, if that's true and people found out about it, dude, people would be rioting in the streets. I could see it now. Alright, William D., you think it's scripted? Will the showdown get harder for people that don't have the paid cars? I mean, I think the showdown is only paid cars this time. Bottom line is, this is how a showdown works. He who has the fastest car wins. So if you're trying to get to the very top of the showdown and you don't have one of the faster cars, and on top of it, if you don't have it maxed out, then yes, the showdown is going to be very hard for you. Showdowns don't match you up according to how fast your car is. They match you up against according to how many trophies you have. Like the current showdown, I mean, honestly, if you've got a decently fast car, my guess is it's going to be pretty easy because there's a lot of people who can't afford to spend money on those cars. But if you do spend some money and you max out one of the faster cars, you'll probably have a really easy time winning the prize car in the showdown. But most of us that aren't spenders are not going to do well on the current showdown that's coming up with the prize car. Alright, Green Viper said there's a video of an official standing behind a winning NFL calling a penalty play and the next time it happens. I don't know. Personally, I'm one of those people where I don't really get into or like things most people like. I'm a rebel. How's that Pee Wee Herman movie go? I'm a loner, Dottie. A rebel. I know things you wouldn't understand. Things you couldn't understand. I forget. I used to love that Pee Wee Herman movie as a kid. Alright, Ron thinks the Mafia has been running college basketball. Alright, we're getting into some crazy sports conspiracy theories here today. Alright. Zeb says, what car is this? Alright, so I'm driving the Ring Brothers Chevelle. This is one of my favorite cars in the game. I don't remember how long ago I got this. Probably last year sometime. But this is such a nice car. Such a nice car. Green Viper says my DeVille 16 is maxed. I wonder how much money it would cost to max out a car with crates. I think me and Maxthegamer were talking about that recently. But we kind of figured out, if, let's just say you were out of game cash, we actually tried to figure out recently. If you had an event with 5 lock-ins, and you had to buy the game cash, you had to buy the parts, you had to buy the cars, the amount of money that would cost would be astronomical to do all of that. What I don't understand is why they don't offer better deals on buying game cash. I mean, they make the game cash unaffordable for almost anybody. I mean, it seems like that would screw them in the long run. I mean, I could be wrong, but like, if I could buy 20 million game cash for $100, maybe I would do that every once in a while. I think a lot of people would, but $100 for 1 million game cash or whatever they charge now is ridiculous. It's crazy. Green Viper did not spend a dime on the 16. Awesome. But your average person can't afford to buy the game resources at the current prices. I know I can't. YouTube doesn't pay me that much money, so. A lot of people think us YouTubers are rich, but that's not the truth, man. If I make a video that gets 2,000-3,000 views, it might make anywhere between $2 and $10, so. On that salary, I can't afford to give them $100 for 1 million game cash. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I mean, every once in a while you make a video that for some reason makes more money than the others, but most videos only make a few bucks a month. Oh yeah, Noah, if they didn't do duplicates, that would be so much better. My understanding though, if you're spending money to open crates, you don't get duplicates. I mean, if you've already got a stage 6 part and you start opening crates, you can still get a duplicate. But let's just say you open enough crates to hit 7 stage 6 parts, you should get all 7 from the crates, if that makes sense. Green Viper says, YouTubers are massively rich. Yeah, the ones that post a video and get 20 million views, they're freaking rich. You gotta hit big views to become rich on YouTube, though. if you got a little channel that's getting like a couple thousand views per video, you're not making much money at all. I mean, you might be making okay money, but if you're not Mr. Beast or a channel like that, you're not rich, you know? Zeb says, so far I put $40 into the game to get keys and cars. Yeah, grinding is the way to do it. I mean, I don't mind buying a $20 car every once in a while when they offer a car I like for $20. That doesn't bother me. How did I manage to get the game so smooth on my computer? That's just how it runs. If I remember correctly, in the emulator settings, I turn it on to high frame rate mode, 120 frames per second. And even though this game can't run in 120 frames per second, for some reason it runs smoother if you turn that setting on your emulator. I don't know why, because I'm pretty sure this game only runs at 30 frames per second. But turning that on for some reason makes the game run much better. No, what about selling themselves for $3.99 a month? William D says, blondes with big boobs make money on YouTube. You're probably right. You know, the other day, YouTube recommended me a video. And it was some girl saying, the title was, what was it? Trying on clothes that are too small for me now. And the thumbnail was like, you know, like a picture of her with some cleavage hanging out. And I'm just thinking, that's sad. That's sad. That video had hundreds of thousands of views just because it was like a girl with some cleavage. So that's crappy, man. I don't think YouTube should even allow videos like that. I mean, all they're doing is showing off their cleavage in some like tight shirt that's too darn small for them. People like that should not be able to make a bunch of money off of YouTube. I mean, that's what strip clubs are for. YouTube shouldn't have that stuff on it. It really shouldn't. Those kind of channels really make me mad because there's people out there that work so hard to make really awesome videos. They have a hard time getting views or making money on YouTube. And then you got some girl wearing a skimpy outfit who gets millions of views. It's terrible. Yeah, Noah says, dude's got to stop paying. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know why somebody would pay for something like that or watch something like that, honestly. Like, I know guys who will go out to like a strip club or something and spend hundreds, thousands. And it's just like, why would you do that? I don't understand. I can't understand that. But some people will spend thousands of bucks on a video game like this too, so you know. Some people throw away a lot of money on different things. For some it's video games, for some it's Beanie Babies. For some it's dumb things, I don't know. If I were filthy rich, I think if I were going to throw money away, I would find a really good way to dispose of it. I still would, if I had $1 billion, I still wouldn't spend $1,000 a month on CSR2 Racing. I might spend $200 or $300 a month, and then I would take the rest and find a way to help people with it or something. If I were filthy rich, I wouldn't have a fancy car. I mean, I might have a nice car. I wouldn't have a Ferrari, put it that way. I would go out and I would buy a really nice tiny house. Not like a tiny house, but I would buy like a really nice little house. I would find me a really nice small house with a finished basement. I'd buy 1 or 2 nice brand new cars. I mean, nothing crazy. I'd probably go out and buy like, you know, a brand new Toyota Corolla and maybe a Subaru or something. And if I had more money than I knew what to do with, you know, I would donate a lot of that money and try and help people with it personally. But that's just me. I mean, if I actually had that kind of money, maybe I would turn into a stingy, selfish piece of junk, but I like to think I wouldn't. I guess you never really know until you're actually in that situation, but now, if you take a look at like somebody like Paul Walker, I mean, I guess if you got so much, you don't know what to do with it. I mean, if you look at someone like Paul Walker before he died, I guess he would just do so many nice things for people. I mean, he would still go out and afford to buy whatever he wanted, but he would buy people cars. He would just, you know, he'd be somewhere and he would see somebody who couldn't afford something. And he'd go up to the register and be like, hey, don't tell them I did this, but buy this for that person. But I guess he was a really good dude, man. But I guess if you're like super, super, super rich, you probably would have a hard time spending all your money. Hold on. My sinuses are choking me. Hold on a second. Ugh. My sinuses are killing me. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna get some water here. I'm gonna take a sinus thing because all of a sudden it's like sinuses draining down my throat. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Gosh. Be right back, guys. I'm gonna grab me a Mucinex and a drink of water because oh god. Gosh, dang it. All right, sorry, everybody. Oh man. Yeah, they're actually sending me to like some lung, nose, and throat doctor. Like my whole life, I've been diagnosed with chronic sinusitis. And my health insurance is like contacted my doctor recently, and they're like, you know what? We think he's been misdiagnosed. We need you to send him to the ear, nose, lung, throat doctor, whatever it is. So they're going to be doing all these lung tests and crap, I think on the 24th. So they're going to try and figure out if I've got asthma or what it is, but I have horrible sinus problems. Always have as long as I can remember. But the amount of mornings I wake up feeling really sick and then I just like throw up and just all this clear stuff, clear mucus comes out, then I feel good again. I choke on it. It's awful. It's awful having bad sinuses. But it happens. Yeah, ever since I was a kid, I've had horrible sinus issues and allergies and stuff. Now, my mom says that when I was a kid, they diagnosed me with asthma or something. I don't remember this at all, but I don't know, maybe. All right. John says I sound like poop. Yeah, sometimes. Alright, Noah says I want a regular size house. What's a Brando minimum for a regular size house? All I want is a finished basement. That's where I would spend all my time. I could care less. I mean, honestly, the bigger your house, the more work it is. A really nice little house would be great. You know, if I could build my own house, it would be a basement only. There would be no upstairs to it. It would just be like a basement that's underground. My entire house would just be the basement, and that was it. I don't like this song. I'm gonna mark this song as 1 star. And I'm gonna delete it later. Like a large finished barn or a warehouse. Personally, sorry. Yeah. Personally, hold on. I want a little like 2-bedroom house, man. Maybe like a 3-bedroom. I would want 1 bedroom to be my YouTube studio. I would want the finished basement with a bedroom in the basement. And I don't know, man. I would just, I don't know. I don't ask for much. I don't want much. TTN Lifestyle says Paul Walker did a lot of charity as well. Yeah, he did actually. But I guess if you got like Rockstar type of money, you'd probably have a hard time giving enough of it away for charity. You could probably go out and buy anything you wanted and still give people money. Alright, Ronald says, I'm about to get the upcoming race pass for the DeVille. The DeVille is a cool car. The DeVille is an awesome car. I mean, if you can get the DeVille, it's pretty amazing. I really like it. It's got a great live racing setup. It's just an overall nice car. It looks cool. Hard to get parts for is the only problem. Alright, Zeb says he inherited his grandpa's 1-bedroom house about 12 years ago and been living in it ever since. You know, it's kind of surprising that they make a 1-bedroom house. I mean, if it's just you don't have any kids, that would be great. I wonder how many people would actually buy a 1-bedroom house. You'd think most houses would have at least 2, but that's interesting. A 1-bedroom house. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think I've ever seen a 1-bedroom house, honestly. I didn't know they made those. I've seen 1-bedroom apartments, but never a 1-bedroom house. But yeah, I mean, if you're a single person without kids, that'd be perfect. Now, if you have kids, unfortunately, then that might be a little bit of a problem. Green Viper says, kids are money pits. I can only imagine. I would have a hard time with kids, honestly. I can barely, with all my health problems and stuff, I can barely take care of myself. I couldn't imagine having to take care of kids on top of it. William D says, tiny house nation. I think those tiny houses are cool, but they're a little bit too small. I don't think I'd really want a tiny house. I mean, that would be cool for like a, maybe like a vacation home or I don't know. If you had a tiny house on the beach or something, that might be kind of cool. But or maybe if you had 2 tiny houses right next to each other. You could live in one, and then you could have one as like your kitchen and bedroom, and the other one is like your entertainment house, where you could have like, I don't know. One could be like the living quarters, and one could be like the bedrooms. I don't know. I'm just making up crap. I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, Ronald wants me to lose all the races. He says, use the Shax Agira R on live racing. The only time that car wins is if somebody lets you win. Green Viper says, how can we be playing the same game and be on 2 different servers? I don't think this game has different servers. I believe everybody's all on the same server on this one. Zeb says it's got a 500 square foot bedroom. That's a big bedroom. That's a very big bedroom. I think my last apartment was 400 square feet. That would be a huge bedroom. Oh no, we lost Dave. There's little Bill. Zebs, I would like a nice little teeny front yard with no grass. That it would just I would just like a little concrete slab around the house, then you don't have to mow it or do yard work. Ah, Dave dropped lobbies. Gotcha. That's one thing I never like about the game, is how it pushes you from lobby to lobby all the time. That's always a pain in the butt. I wish they could find a new way to set up the live racing lobbies that actually didn't punish you for having a fast car and didn't push you from lobby to lobby. I mean, if it could seriously find out what your car runs and then put you in that lobby to where you're actually racing other people that run the same time, now that would be a good deal. If they could make it so it was truly down to how well each person drove the car, that would be great. Zeb's really close to the Arctic Ocean. Alright. This is interesting. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so he's betting me some money here. And he's in a car with no stars. Zeb's from Alaska. Cool, cool. Now, did you intentionally want me to get that money? Because I don't know. Thank you for the win there. I've always thought Alaska would be a pretty interesting place to be. I don't know much about it, but it would be kind of cool. Manny Chin. Manny Chin. Is that supposed to sound like mannequin? I don't know. Bad sinus day today. I've been to Canada, but I've never been to Alaska. I'm not even really sure where Alaska is. I know it's really close to Russia. I mean, I do know where it is, but the crazy thing is, I guess Alaska, like if you look on the map, like it's just a little teeny like short trip across the ocean to get to Russia from Alaska. It's really weird. Zachary, what are you talking about, buddy? He says, can't wait for the new headset. Venom. Oh, I think it was a typo. I'm like, what do you mean headset Venom? I was confused for a second. Yeah, and the new Venom is probably going to be pretty darn good. It looks like it's going to be really nice, actually. Zeb said there's an island that's 30 minutes away from Russia. It's kind of crazy. Alright, I'm going to run to the bathroom, guys. I got to pee. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. 2 months of darkness and 3 months of daylight. That would be really weird. That would be extremely weird. I honestly don't think I would like that. I mean, it might not be terrible, but that would be extremely weird. That does not sound like my thingy-dingy. I wonder though, I mean, like, I have a hard time sleeping during the day. I wonder if the sun being bright for months would, I don't know. It sounds crazy. It just sounds super crazy. This is kind of a dead lobby today. Zeb says a lot of people use blackout curtains in the summer. Yeah, you know, when I worked night shift, I don't care how dark my room was, I was never able to sleep during the day, and I don't know why. Like, even trying to take a nap during the day is really hard for me. It's kind of strange. Yeah, I would, it was kind of crazy when I had the night shift job, man. I would come home, I would fall asleep for maybe 2 hours, I would wake up, and I would take another nap for like an hour or two later. That was it. I would get 2, 3, maybe 4 hours of sleep a day if I was lucky. I felt like a zombie all the time. I used to have a job taking care of the student center at a college. At night, I would go in there and, like, you know, buff and wax all the floors and stuff like that. Love the job, but man, night shift was awful. Night shift was awful. The only other time I had a night shift job, it was a swing shift deal, so that wasn't horrible because you would be like on third shift for a month, and then you would go to second shift, then you would go to first shift, then back to second, then back to third. So you were never on like night shift for more than a month. But when I was at that college, man, I think I was on night shift for like 2 years, 3 years. It was awful. Awful. But I just remember I would get off work. Friday morning, I'd get off work around 7:30 a.m. or something. And I would just stay awake all day. Around like 8 p.m., I would just crash. And I would, like, since I was able to sleep at night on the weekends, around 8 p.m. I would just crash, man. I would sleep for 15, 17 hours. And then Friday and Saturday, I would get sleep like a normal person. And then Sunday night, I had to go back into work. And it was awful. William D said, I did floor maintenance too during my college. I actually loved floor maintenance. Like, I had a little side job once where I used to go into like a couple stores. Like, my buddy Dave owned a business and he got a job just doing nothing but floors. And he had contracts with like a couple Toys R Us stores, Joann Fabrics and stuff like that. So I had a side job where I'd go in at like 4 in the morning from like 4 to 7 and buff and scrub floors. That was a great That was a great part-time gig. I don't know why, but I love buffing and not buffing and waxing, but I love running the floor scrubber and then the buffer, and then seeing how like beautiful, shiny the wax floor is when you're done. I don't know why, but it always felt like you accomplished something when you scrubbed and buffed the floor, and it was like so shiny you could like, it looked like a freaking mirror when you were done. For some reason, I love seeing that buff floor when I was done with it. But I actually enjoyed doing floors. That was a cool job back in the day. Zeb says worst job was a security guard. I've never been a security guard. I think I tried to apply for a security job a couple of times, but I never got in for some reason. But it does sound like most security jobs don't really treat their employees very well, from what I've noticed. Like, I did know a couple of people who were security guards, and most of them, it didn't seem like a good deal, honestly. What's up, Naturo? How you doing today? Nar7, what's up, buddy? Glad the videos are helpful. That's awesome. Welcome to the live stream. We got about 20 more minutes left on the stream, guys and gals. Just so you guys know. Friend says I work in tech sales. I've never been in sales, honestly. Well, actually, I did have one sales job. It was a telemarketing job. I did that for like 2 months. I'm like, I'm out of here. This job sucks. I had to call people and bother them. It was a terrible job, but yeah, I've never had a like real sales job before. That was another thing. I used to try and I tried several times to get hired as a car salesman, but never did. They never called back. Like, I never had an interview or nothing. I was always bummed out. Yeah, if you had to change your sleeping schedule every couple of days, that would really mess with you. I don't know, I knew a guy who sold cars, and he either made a lot of money or said that he did. And I was like, oh man, that might be a cool gig. But I don't know. I don't think I'm really much of a salesman. I'm not the type of person who's going to BS you about stuff. You know what I mean? I'm the type of person who I'm going to say it as it is, like it is. I don't sugarcoat things. Like, for example, one of my best friends was a girl, and she knew no matter what she asked me, I was always going to tell her the truth. So if she said, hey, do I look fat in these pants? She knew I would say yes if she did. Like, I'm not going to lie to somebody to make them feel good. If you ask me a question, you're getting a real answer. So I don't know if I probably wouldn't be a good salesman, because I would be straightforward to the point, and I wouldn't be like BSing people, you know what I mean? But don't ask me a question that you don't want an honest answer to, because you're going to get it. Alright, nobody wants to race me. There we go. One thing I notice about salesmen is they're kind of trained to lie to you, which is terrible. But a lot of them are trained to lie to you and manipulate you and stuff like that, and that's not my style. That's not how you do it to it. William D says, I wouldn't make it as a politician either. Oh, if I was a politician, the people would love me because I would tell them the truth. Aliens do exist. I would have to tell it like it is. They come from the planet Mars and they're going to shoot us with laser beams next week. Everybody start building your underground bunkers, you know. I'd have to say it how it was. Oh, man. No Shaq Segura for live racing. No, thank you. Hey, Varrock, what's up, buddy? How you doing today? I hope you're awesome. Bigfoots don't actually exist, everybody. I'm sorry. But yeah, I would tell people the truth. Marsh 1, how you doing today? Awesome to see ya. Alright, Zeb just got a GTA. Okay. Just got Larry's GTA. Oh my god. The GTA Spano. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not a good car. I mean, it's one of the slower cars in the game. That's one of the problems with the boss cars. Is a lot of them look like they're really cool cars, but they're just old, they're outdated, they're slow. It kind of sucks. There's a couple people I talked to that said they found a really good live racing setup for Larry's car, but you don't earn any respect points with it, unfortunately. It earns low respect points because it doesn't have really high evo points on the live racing setup. So in my opinion, just because it wins live races doesn't mean it's worth live racing, you know? They're going to go real slow on this one. You want to find a car that wins live races and wins high evo points, or high respect points as well. You want a good car, it's really hard to get. This game gives out all kinds of really awesome cars. You just have to be patient. I mean, once you unlock the Elite Tuners event, you're gonna get a whole bunch of really awesome Elite Tuners cars for free. You just gotta play and play and play and play, and eventually you'll get a nice collection of stuff. You gotta grind on this game, right? You either gotta grind and be patient, or spend a lot of money if you want to get anywhere in this game. I mean, I've been playing this for what? 9 years now? I spend about $100 a year buying cars that I like on this game. If they sell me a car I really like for $20, cool, I'll buy it. I would say between 3 and 5 times a year I buy a $20 car. Yeah, the LC500 can be extremely good if you know what you're doing with it. Alright, you're looking for a hypercar. Well, there should be... There's a bunch of really awesome cars about to start. I mean, the Devella 16's about to become available again. There's going to be a bunch of cars. I mean, you're probably going to have to buy them with real money or pull them with keys or something to get them, but there's quite a few really nice cars about to start in this next event. I mean, it's taken me forever to slowly acquire all the stuff I have. But yeah, I mean, when I live race the DeVille, that thing just doesn't seem to lose races very often. Even on a really basic setup, that thing dominates. I mean, you got to know how to tune it and set it up, however, but... Alright, so if you're getting kicked from crews, why do you think that is? I don't think I like this song. There's got to be a reason you're being kicked from crews. You got to be doing something that's causing that to happen. So first off, if you're going to join a crew, you got to find out what that crew's requirements are and find out if you're able to meet those requirements. If not, don't join that crew. Like if you're a brand new player, generally you need to find a nice small crew to start off with. Alright, what do you mean by you can get 100,000 plus RP points? So you're saying you get over 100,000 respect points? Like a lot of crews will have like a 500,000, 700,000, or even over 1 million respect point minimum. 100,000 is very small. I mean, when you're a new player, you gotta find yourself a nice small crew that doesn't really have requirements. Once you can start winning, once you can start earning between 500,000 and 1 million respect points, that's generally when you can start to find a nice big crew to join. But if you want to join a crew that gets the prize car, you're normally going to have to make at least 700,000 respect points every season. But if you're making 100,000 or 200,000 a season, you want to find a nice little crew until you can earn more. I mean, when I started this game, I joined a really small crew, and eventually, a year later, we turned into a milestone prize crew. It took quite a while. No, I don't think you're gonna get I don't think you're gonna make 700,000 from Tempest. Generally, if you do the daily races, you finish the Prestige Cup every season, do a little bit of live racing and showdown, you can easily make about 1 million respect points every season. But if you can't do the Prestige Cup, then you pretty much got to focus on having a really good live racing car. Like I used to, I mean, it just depends on how much time you can spend playing the game as well. I mean, I averaged around 1.2 million respect points every season. Back when I had more time to play the game, I'd hit like 1.5 to 1.8 million. Now I normally hit around 1.2 million because I don't have as much time to play as I used to. But I mean, if you can grind and hit 500k, that's not bad, but some crews will require more than 500k is the thing. Man, my sinuses are starting to drain again. I'm about to start choking on the sinus again. Alright, we got about 10 more minutes left on the stream, everybody. I think after the stream ends, I'm going to go use the neti pot thing, because, man, my head's all stuffed up today. I apologize for all the sinus issues today on the stream, the coughing, and I guess I wasn't sneezing, but I wish my microphone had a mute button on it and I could just like boop and mute it really easily. That would be wonderful. Yeah, if you guys got any questions, get them in. But unfortunately, one thing about this game, Mirage 1, you just gotta have a lot of patience, right? When I first started this game, I would say the first 2 to 3 months went really slow. I didn't really feel like I was getting anywhere for the first 2 to 3 months. About 4 months into the game, I was like, hey, I got a nice collection of stuff here. 6 months in, I was like, man, I got all kinds of awesome stuff. About a year, I'm like, wow, look at my collection of cars. But it's a very slow process, right? I mean, the only way to get stuff on this game is just to grind your butt off. I'm going to go ahead and leave this lobby. You got to grind your butt off. But I mean, I used to spend, I bet, 2 to 3 hours a day on this game back when I first started playing. And it definitely feels like you're off to a slow start at first, but eventually you'll get there. But yeah, this thing is going to be for sale or something pretty soon. I mean, if you can somehow get this car, it's hard to get parts for, but I mean, this car is amazing. You don't even need that many parts for it. Like for live racing, let me see how I got mine set up right now. So it looks like I got mostly stage 3 and stage 4 parts on this right now. And there's a lot of fusions I haven't even installed on this thing. Look at that. Yeah. But even on the low upgrades here, missing a bunch of fusions, this car is performing really well. Like, I really like this car. But I think when I first got it, I was having a really hard time getting parts for it. So I set it up with the parts I had, and it just started winning live races. And I've had no desire to put any more parts into this. Just because it's doing great as it is with the way it's set up. Alright, so Tempest isn't very good, unfortunately. Here's the thing about Tempest. You're gonna don't go out of your way to upgrade cars just for Tempest. Wait till you get good cars that you actually want to upgrade those, and then go run Tempest. Because the thing is, alright, none of the boss cars these days are great. Most of the boss cars you win from Tempest are old, outdated, and they're terrible. So I wouldn't go around upgrading cars just to try and get through Tempest, because you're going to be putting your resources into a bunch of crappy cars and pretty much wasting them. That's the problem. Yeah, if you're looking for a tier 4 car, definitely get the Jack Roush Mustang out of collections. If I remember correctly, it's something like 700 collections credits, which is not much. If you can get that, you'll be doing pretty good, actually. I mean, that's a good deal, to tell you the truth. That's a really nice car. But this new showdown's about to start. There's another event. I need to look at this other event too and see what it is. I haven't even looked at this yet. Alright, this one's got 5 lock-ins. Oh, the Bull-Eyed's in there. The Amola CC850. Man, there's all kinds of cars here. A lot of these cars are going to be available to purchase. I mean, not all of these are good, but some of them are. Alright, there's lock-in 1. Lock-in 2. Yuck, GTRs, not very good. The Veneno, I know a lot of people like that. I don't remember that car being wonderful. Mustang, oh man, these are... That Venom F5 is going to be sweet though. Crazy. But this Showdown's got some nice stuff. The DeVille 16, awesome car. You can grab the CC850 out of collections. That's an awesome car. If you want a dyno beating car, the Tuatara is pretty sweet. I mean, it's not one of my favorites, but the Tuataras are really good for dyno beating. But the DeVille, that's such a cool car. Did I do this yet? Yeah. I always make sure I've finished those. That's always really important. You gotta do the little daily stuff. Where's my daily battle? There it is. Let's see what we got today. Yeah, Tempest just isn't something I would worry about. I just would not worry about Tempest at all until you had a bunch of really fast cars. And then you'll be able to go blow through it really quick. I mean, the amount of time and effort and game parts and resources I spent in doing Tempest was unreal. Can I gift you a car? There's no possible way to gift people cars. The game doesn't allow that to happen, so no. William D, you're good, man. 950k is above crew minimum, so I think you're alright. Do I spend money in this game? A little bit. Like I said, I might spend about $100 a year on this game. That's about it. Every once in a while they sell a car I really want and then I buy it. But I don't spend very much. I can't afford to spend a lot. They don't really have too many cars for sale right now. Except for whatever this Mustang thing is, which probably is not a very good deal. Alright, guys and girls. Our stream time is about up for the day. Yeah, I'm a very cheap to play player. I've just been playing for a long time. I mean, this game will allow you to get all kinds of really nice free stuff. But you just got to keep playing and put the time in, and eventually you'll acquire all kinds of cool stuff. I mean, for example, most of these cars here, like all of these were cars I probably spent $20 to get. Couple of these cars I spent $20 to get. I mean, some of them I earned here and there, but I've bought a lot of cars with real money, and I've earned most of these for free just by playing. I would say maybe like 5% of the cars I own were cars I've spent money on over the last 9 years. The rest of them were just cars I won for playing the game for free. It just takes a really long time to acquire all that stuff. This game isn't something you can just get on and play and get all kinds of stuff quickly. You got to be really patient and put the time in. Or you got to have a big, massive, gigantic wallet. One or the other, or both. Stacks, thanks for coming out, my friend. I appreciate it. All of you guys, thank you for being here. Channel members, thank you. Moderators, thank you. I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for watching my videos. I think that's it for the day. Thank you all. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. I was going to say something and I've forgotten. It must not have been that important. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. You guys and gals are awesome. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.